Okay, so first question. It's been pretty much since the last time I asked you guys. You were pretty much just right on the cusp of leaving Drakenhall again. So, what has been your favorite part of the several sessions we've had thus far since leaving Dragonhall again, Goger?
Favorite moment. Let's see. Um,
So
I'm
hard
trying
to
think. I'm thinking of the moment where we almost stormed into Teraptis' office. That was a good part.
That was before you guys left for Dragonhall again.
Was?
Mhm.
I see.
Yep, sure was. You guys trying to storm in there to attack Ajax happened before you left for Dragonhall again.
Alright. I'm gonna have to. I need a moment to think on this.
Okay. Dark. What was your most favorite moment of the past several sessions?
My favorite moment of the past several sessions.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very interesting question. One moment that sticks out to me when I try thinking through it happens to be Geráck somehow dodging that boulder
All
from
right.
the giant, because those are always fun moments.
Sure.
Other than that, though, Creel was in it with it. Was Creel within the last full session?
Yes, Creel was definitely within the last several
Yes.
sessions.
Where you died.
Because yes, I did. the night room puzzle.
Okay.
That I
Oh yeah,
missed.
that one. That's kind of
Oh.
awesome.
That is quite memorable for me. Something I liked quite a bit.
All right, Sheep.
I think one of my favorite moments in the last few sessions was when it was confirmed that my random comment of Zeke Matthews being Ezekiel because of the name, of course, did in fact get confirmed. I enjoyed that a whole lot because it was so absurd.
Yes.
And it was progress because we finally found out something more.
And so seemingly obvious, right? Like, how has no one pieced this together before?
Exactly.
Uh,
So obvious.
Okay. Ogre, you thought of something, or just move on?
I did think of when Geráck turned into woman. That was kind of a interesting moment.
Yes, sure. Not covered overly much, but that was definitely definitely a
Right.
I'm-
So
I'm kind of sad that we could undo it so quickly.
yeah.
I know,
I was thinking of doing a picture in Photoshop where I would just
If
edit
you-
in the woman's face.
If you had put that on, like, inside the living dungeon, or, like, while on the ship, you definitely would have had to live with it for some time. Or if you had not, if you'd forgotten about it and waited until, like later after you left Newport again.
Just never sleeping, constantly throwing it off every 10 minutes.
Alright. Yes. Dark, your least favorite moment since leaving Dragonhall again.
I think most certainly, though it might have been just because I had, as you can understand, I had nothing to do, was the basically magic item frenzy of selling and buying.
Mm-hmm.
Trading. I was like sitting here and just in my notes like the entire session was trading items.
The, over half the session was, yes.
Oh yeah. That was also one of my favorite moments.
It was inclusive for everyone who was not Dark, because, well,
I just got new items. I don't need to trade them.
yes.
Yep.
I can,
So just sitting back like, what the hell do I do?
I certainly understand that. Sheep, your least favorite moment of the past.
I don't think I can pinpoint a specific moment, but my least favorite thing over the past few sessions was likely the outcome of today's session. Partly due to the same reason why I absolutely still detest the Red Caps, because they have a similar thing that the Flenses have, which is an effect that is either dependent on the player or a massive mechanical detriment that is completely permanent. Well, they aren't really that similar, but in my head they are for some reason.
I definitely do strongly disagree with your stance on that. I don't think, I understand your attitude towards red caps with it being against you, the player, rather than the characters. The Soul Flenser's effects, however, do operate against the characters.
Yes,
Feel that
yes,
they're on
it's
the same
true. It's true.
scale on the bullshit meter.
That would be an acceptable conclusion to draw from my opinion, yes. Simply because, while yes, it can create interesting situations, as it has when we fought Creel and Dwohurim lost his power and spawned this entire side quest, it just ended up with a session which had the outcome of essentially leaving us worse off than before. And that not due to necessarily decisions we made, but rather just dice rolls, which of course should be a thing, but it's just the same thing happening again, but worse. And the same thing happening again due to essentially random chance and a monster mechanic that, I mean...
Alright, I'll expound upon it then. So you said that you like the whole idea with the interaction with Creel and then Dwohurim losing his thing once. How do you think that I, as the GM, should have handled this situation in today's session?
Well, I think that killing one of the Flens is probably the suggested by the monster manual way to regain the powers. Perhaps having something that cannot result in recursion might have been a good thing.
Those methods do exist. It's just something that has to be researched and looked into. The book provides possibilities for suggestions. And when Manaki asked about it, I said it's possible. You just don't know the way. And neither would anyone in Newport. Lord Teraptus doesn't know the way. They're very rare monsters.
Yeah, I don't think today's session, because it might sound that way at this point, I don't think today's session was bad. I liked it. I liked the problem solving we had to do. I really liked the river of acid that, despite having been told about, we really didn't know what to do for a while. And the outcome was quite funny. Exploring the Underdark, interesting. Random encounters, interesting. The enormous worm, I think, was a good touch. Just having something that is probably not a good idea to fight, that teaches people to maybe, just run away and live to fight another day. I like that. I'm not exactly happy with how the session today ended, because it's kind of a bad aftertaste that we essentially achieved literally nothing. We got like 57 platinum pieces.
Yes, 570 platinum pieces, which doesn't really cover the cost of the potions that you've expended to get down here in the first place.
Not really.
Yeah, we just lost things, and not necessarily because of decisions we made.
Could we bring back the body of the Soulflens to study?
Well, it would certainly decompose slowly. I could say that you could try and break apart its body and package it in a large sack or something, I reckon. But you would have to thoroughly wreck it, because it's gonna slowly fall apart and melt in your hands, and then you're gonna find a way to get it across the River of Acid.
Yeah. Geráck could fly with it, but
you might just fall into.
Yep. Well, Dwohurim could fly with it, right?
Dwohurim can't. Dwohurim can
Yes.
levitate.
Yes, but you might still just fall in with your one.
Yep. I mean, it might be something we could do in order to unlock its secrets, but
perhaps it's the problem is just it will take you 2 days to basically bring it up, and then another 4 or 5 days to drag it back to Newport. You can certainly bring back its remains. It's just the body is not going to be fully intact, just due to it's been a week.
Yeah, and I'm guessing Dwohurim can't really study it down here.
I mean, I guess you could try. Just, any sort of chemical thing to try and study it for reagents, though. I mean, he has a dim light source. He
Yeah.
don't have those light sources.
We would all have to stand around with light sources.
Basically.
Just stand there for hours.
I mean, sure, if you want to try and harvest it and dissect it, study its secrets, I don't see why you can't. Hopefully, but I mean,
we might learn something too.
You might. If any of your characters are proficient in anatomy, which I don't think any of you have a background in that.
Well, Dwohurim has all kinds of background, so he
Yeah.
First aid maybe, but anatomy no.
Like, basically, like, how do I study, like, the inner mechanics of this creature to learn its secrets? Alright. I can certainly understand that being a least favorite idea, only because it feels as if progress hasn't been made, and that can deflate some of the fun out of the session. Goger, your least favorite moment of the past since you guys left Dragonhall again?
Well, I would have to say Leon dying and all that came from that, basically.
Yeah.
Because it dimmed the mood very, very badly.
The events of that session crushed me, too.
Yeah.
I could hear it in your voice, and actually kind of made me more sad than losing my character that all of you felt so sad. It's like, oh.
That, and then, what happened with Dwohurim after that? That was pretty rough for me.
Yeah.
I see that. What one element of the game, since you guys left Dragonhall, would you like to see again? Like a NPC, or an idea, or a theme, a monster, a feature? You guys want to have more soul flensers? We need to have more soul flensers.
A few more, yes.
The Underkraken rises from the depths.
Well, it would certainly give them a chance to try and get their powers back.
I mean, yeah, but it would be good to just face flensed and not soul flensers. Would be a bit convenient.
Preferably sleeping ones.
And then you're like, I would just like to fight flensed again when I do that. So that's what you want to see again, Goger. More flensed.
Yes?
With 40 damage per hit.
Sheep, is there any NPC or monster, or, like, theme or idea that we've had since leaving Dragonhall again that you like to see?
Since leaving Dragonhall again, that doesn't quite fit, because I think one of the NPCs I would like to see recurring would be, which should come as no surprise to anyone, would be Chuk.
Okay.
I think she is interesting because I wouldn't know where to place her on like the she's very much a NPC working in the gray area, because on the one hand she's kind of living in Dragonhall in a big mansion and should be our enemy. On the other hand, she's really useful and potentially I think the fact that she's potentially really useful, but not necessarily as reliable and loyal as, like, you know, the Paladin from the Great Gold Worm that helps us because he loves helping would be.
Sure, Chuk provided, along other ways, alternative ways of you learning information about, say, Exilia, which the party did not pursue, but provided options all the same that were interesting. Okay. Dark?
I'm really not too sure, actually, on this one.
So nothing that stood out to you that you'd say, I'd like to see that again in this campaign?
Like, one thing I do always like is, like, the creative problem solving. Like, whenever it's the reason I first loved when we went to Krill, because it was like, oh my god, like, how do we cross this, like, scorched desert? How do we do this? And, I always find, those kind of, like, the kind of challenge of, like, how the hell would you get past this? Always fun. Like, the acid pit, like, in character, I hated it.
Right.
Because, like, what the hell? What the hell is this?
What the fuck am I supposed to do about this shit?
As a player, though, it was just, like, I was, like, going up and down my sheets and, like, scrolling back and forth, like, there's got to be a solution. There's got to be a solution.
There's always a way.
And something that my GM friend told me that I laughed about, it's like, well, hell, like, you even, like, revealed some of the hazards to them because their icon relationship results right. And, like, yeah, they know about the chasm, they know about, like, the swift river of scalding acid, they know about this shit, they know about the boss. So they have no excuse then if they... Yes, that's exactly it. They know about it, they can prepare. They know about the mini-quakes, they know about the mini-quakes.
Yeah, from the description you gave, you basically, like, huge siren, don't go there.
They know about the purple
Is
worm.
what I got from
They
it.
know about the purple worm. They know they can encounter that. Yes.
I thought you also made some shit up just to make sure we wouldn't go down there, but yeah.
I mean, I didn't have any specific plans for you guys heading down here. It was like okay, last session. This was like, I don't have anything prepared. I didn't think they'd go down to the Underdark. That's what my GM friend was like, why are they going down the Underdark? Well, primarily to get back, like, a power for one of the characters. But didn't you mention there was, like, Flynn's possibly on the... Yes, I did! Like, I didn't mention it, but it's a possibility.
We all forgot.
Like, I thought of a way to try and convey that, like, through some item in character, and I couldn't. I was like, Well, Manaki just gave away Hiram's Hall.
Yep. Geráck's helmet will have to be the new voice of reason.
Yes. It's basically it, so whenever you lost your power, I'm like, I have an outlet! Geráck's helmet's like,
yes!
You know, maybe there's some Flynn's back on the Living Dungeon Isle.
Ah.
Which is actually where I thought you guys were gonna go to get his power back. I truthfully did.
Nope. Underdark.
I think part of it is because we had never really seen the Flensed before with Creel.
It's true.
Yeah,
So
Gryph,
our minds didn't associate it.
I can confirm that you did say that there might still be Flensed on the island at some point in the past. I
Yes.
explicitly remember that.
Okay.
In retrospect, why the hell did we come?
Okay. Alright, I'm glad I
I
conveyed that there might still be Flynn's there.
Yeah, I remembering back, yes, you did indeed say that. I think what happened was one word, Manaki. Where Manaki got hooked to this idea, and then we all kind of rolled and then forgot.
Yeah, I don't remember. Although there are two characters I would like to see again. That's the wedding planner and
Aurelia.
and the last member of Death's Hand that we faced so long ago.
Oh yeah.
Now, why would you want to see him again?
Because it would be funny. Basically, yeah, that's my only reason.
Oh, okay.
Just him returning with a bunch of mercenaries, just in the middle of nowhere attacking us.
That sounds awfully like that damn assassin that came after your character.
Yes,
The
yes.
Dwarf Druid.
Now it would be against someone else. Oh, god damn it. Fucking assassin.
Actually, thinking of a moment that actually stood out to me after we left Dragonhall was basically right after we left Dragonhall with the elementals suddenly popping up where, like, everyone, like, getting ready, like, is this going to be a fight? And it's just like, nope, they're helping us.
Yes. And then, like, observations after, like, oh, good thing we didn't attack them, huh?
Yep.
Because that was designed not to be a combat encounter, but you sure could have made it one.
I mean, you made it look like a combat encounter, so our player instincts kicked in. It was like, oh,
Yes, I sure did. I like to do that shell game with players.
Yep.
Whenever I design a boat and put you guys in the boat, and you think you're going to fight on the boat, you don't fight on the boat.
Yeah. Elementals have attacked us multiple times in the past as well,
They
so...
sure have, yeah. Or the idea of whenever, like, Sheep said, I would really prefer a campsite that didn't have these damn lines drawn on it.
Nope.
This campsite's terrible.
It has combat written all over it.
I don't know what it is about it that gives it away. But yeah.
Just this feeling.
My natural assumption, and this is terrible when players are involved, are like, okay, they're gonna go, like, hunt around the Living Dungeon of Creel, and they'll encounter some Flynn's, and Goger will have a shot at getting back his powers, and he'll eventually do so, and then they'll go on about their business. We're going to the Underdark! Last session, I'm like, I blink. Okay. I don't have any material for that, but okay.
I figured we had to essentially.
Yeah, me too,
down.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, I mean, and there's... God can confirm, there's no more soul flensers on the Isle of Creel. There's more Flynn's, but there's no more soul flensers.
Well, fuck.
Creel was the only one.
God fucking damn it.
Fucking no.
And now when we go back, I'm gonna lose my armor in the river and everything's gonna be terrible.
So pretty much everything that I made up here that you guys encountered was pretty much done this past week.
Yep.
Because I didn't have any material prepared for an Underdark excursion.
No, all things
know-
considered, except for the inevitable outcome of the session, I did like it a lot.
The inevitable outcome? It wasn't inevitable.
No, the eventual outcome, I guess.
Yeah, I did
Speaking
like it.
of liking things, for the outside of the caves, you used a grass texture.
Yeah. I feel like I've been here before with you.
You have a lot of really nice textures that I honestly would like to have because they are really good. I just wanted to mention that at some point.
That's a little fucking creepy.
You have a lot of
Honesty.
nice textures
You have a
there.
lot of
Are you-
nice Don't.
Are you saying you like his carpet?
I appreciate you complimenting my
Your exquisite collection
The
of...
main intention is could you tell me where to get them and or send them
Could
to
you
me?
send me your
maybe?
carpet?
Well, I do believe that texture is one of the many things that have been downloaded through the MapTool resource library.
Really? Huh.
Yes.
Oh god.
I've just been working with Photoshop so much in the recent times that I'm just
Now,
yeah.
the other grass that you complimented me on all the way back at the mansion that you so thoroughly disliked because of its location, real estate, all the way back in session 3, that grass came from the program. I think it was the dungeon. I've already forgotten the name of it. God, my memory sucks on that. Dungeon choreographer, no, dungeon painter or some shit like that. That had that grass texture. That's what I use for that. I use that for some maps. This particular map, I just use MapTool. Yes, that's where the grass came from. MapTool resource library. One of the things I downloaded.
I never considered actually browsing that.
Well, there you go.
Now you can.
Yes, and pretty much everything was drawn on here. You guys encountered or painted on your moss, your cave walls, your
Not the tetrahedrons.
your asset. Yes, the tetrahedrons. I'm like, well, I mean, it's fucking shaped like that, so why not just fucking throw down a D4? Bam.
Mm-hmm. I like to imagine it actually had those drawn on it.
There you go. And there's even greater ones out there, but you only encountered the baby ones.
Wait. Can we get Shadash's dodecahedrons?
There is a dodecahedron out there, yes.
Good.
Good. And it'll flinch your powers.
It's a soul flanger combined with an ooze.
So yeah, if this session's like eventual outcome seems like, I feel like we got nowhere. That was because I thought that getting your powers back, or Dwohurim's powers back at the Korea would be easier.
Yeah.
It most likely would have been.
And the Underdark is a scary and terrifying place, which I thought it would be suitable to indicate as such. There's a reason why people don't go down here.
Well, I can tell you one thing. Jasmine's not coming back.
Now this place sucks.
Yeah. Normally, that purple worm does not give a warning at all. Per the burrow rules, it uses a fucking quick action to pop out, says boo, and gets to make its standard action attack.
Oh, which it ate me.
Yes, and one of its mechanics is that it can swallow you whole if it hits you.
How would have been fighting on the inside of it been?
Bad. If you want to find out the specific mechanics, you're more than welcome to go down there and fight the grinder worm.
Nah,
No.
that's not.
Bad. Let's just say that acid resistance is good.
Yeah.
Can I drink a potion from inside its stomach?
You could certainly spend your standard action doing that, yes.
But I couldn't drink it inside the ooze.
However, the purple worm counts as an epic tier threat. It is not a champion tier monster.
Yeah. Figure that.
I mean, on the bright side, can I miss it on the inside?
You also did not find the ornate greatsword, which was that was a 5. That was the result of the 5 that Geráck expended with the great gold worm. It was a job thing. Here, have this information in exchange. Do this thing for me.
Yeah.
And by leaving now, you will not be doing that thing.
Yeah, the Underdark is pretty big, you know.
Yeah, we didn't get what we wanted done either properly.
No.
You know, NPCs don't understand that. The 5 does not understand that.
No, it doesn't.
This is also
Yeah.
not the first time Geráck has failed to fulfill his end of the 5.
It's not. He did it before. He did it before when that person wanted to take.
When the two agents from Axis wanted Blue Eyes.
Well, Dwohurim killed him, so...
All I'm hearing here are excuses.
Yes.
And these problems sound like they're about to become very personal. Okay, the final question I'll ask you folks, and we'll start with you, Sheep, is, where do you see this game going in the next, say, 4 sessions?
I mean, not into the Underdark.
Okay. To start.
I would assume we go to, what's the place called? Proudfort?
Oh, Proudfort, okay.
The place to the east, because that's where we heard Auxilia would be. And I very much disagree with Manaki saying, or rather Dwohurim, I guess, saying, the Black Fang will take care of Auxilia. Yeah, sure. Let's have the Black Fang fix all of our problems.
Okay.
That's not how it works. I think we should and maybe will go there to see what's up and maybe finally meet Ezekiel again, who really didn't seem that powerful. Mostly because he ran away. Auxilia might be another story, but I mean, we've been hunting the two of them for like dozens of sessions, quite literally now. I would like to eventually maybe get close to them, and we kind of have the option to just go to them at this point. So I hope we will.
If they are still there.
You've pretty much known about their existence for, your first arrival in Newport was in Session 9, and that's when the name Auxilia was first dropped. So you've known about her for some time, yes. And yes, to poor Ezekiel's credit, for what Renee tells you is true, he was getting pummeled by a hill giant whenever you showed up.
Yeah. I don't know about her story though, yeah.
So, Goger, with your suspicion there on the table, where do you see this game going in the next few sessions?
Yeah, she is not what she seems to be, and Everett Lavelle is it Everett Lavelle?
Yes,
No.
Everett Lavelle. He's
Oh,
the
yeah,
one
yes.
who married her.
I'm so confused. Well, I'm guessing we're gonna return to Newport, find him dead, and she says, "Oh, I don't know what happened." And
I just wanted him for his money.
And she's Auxilia.
perhaps
I mean, anyone can be Auxilia if you just keep That's
it is
Spider
possible, but no, I don't think so. But I think she is in league with the Black Fang.
Okay.
Alright, so Goger expects that you guys are going to return to Newport and shit will have fallen apart. Again,
Exactly.
while you're gone.
Exactly.
By the time you arrive again, you'll have been gone for like 2 weeks. How could it be? How could
Yeah,
things
shit.
not have fallen apart?
Yeah, things would have gone to shit, and basically the whole town would be in ruins. Not exactly like that, but yeah.
Alright. Dark, where do you see this game going in the next 4 sessions?
Swimming back across the river of acid, then going off to the living dungeon of Creel.
Okay.
So far, nothing destroyed. Then going to Proudfort, finding that Auxilia is not there anymore. Returning back to the city, finding the city is in peril of some kind, and then combating Zeke Mappers.
Okay. So Sheep thinks that, as the idea that you folks originally discussed, that you guys will be heading straight for Proudfort. Goger thinks that we're gonna arrive back in Newport and be done fucked up. Dark thinks that we're going to Creel, and then to Proudfort, and then to Newport, and everything will be fucked along the way.
Yep.
Those are certainly some clashing of ideas. Perhaps before the next session, the group may wish to decide where we're going from here.
Well, if everything goes according to plan, we'll be going back to Creel, right?
But that puts
In theory.
off the whole Proudfort thing even longer.
Yeah. Geráck wants his heal back.
It's only heal.
Yes, it's
Yes,
quite
but he
useful.
normally uses it. He normally uses it both times per session.
I do. I need it. I do take some damage.
You do definitely take.
It's
I mean,
it's
you've been
either that or get the new fucking
like
armor.
this session. You got vaporized by lightning beetles, forcibly expelled out of a cube.
Oh, God.
Dwohurim nearly fried you if he hadn't rolled a 20.
I did take a lot of damage this session.
You know,
Went down instantly from 2 crits. God fucking.
Yes.
be happy I have precise shots so I can't shoot you with arrows by accident as well.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, I need those 2 heals to survive usually. It's been multiple times when I've barely been standing after the battle,
Well,
and
you
I've
know,
used both of them.
Yeah, that's the effect that you want as the Dwarf Paladin, wading into shit. Hit me!
Exactly, but now I
And
can't
they
do
do.
it as effectively.
Time for your best
Now I
shot,
have
right?
to use potions like a scrub. God damn it!
I don't have the standard actions to use potions. What kind of
Exactly.
fucking economy is this?
But no stand action. This is the whole reason I picked this.
Is it like a feat you could drink potions as quick actions?
No.
Damn it!
Well,
Yes.
Be one powerful feat.
let me,
Yep.
There's like a generic feat. I don't think there's any feat that allows for that, though. No.
I wouldn't think so, because that'd be more powerful than a lot of things.
Feats tend not to be that powerful in this game. In exchange, you get one every level.
Should have like healing potions in capsules in your mouth. Just bite down.
What you should do, just run around the battle with it already in your, like, the liquid already in your mouth, just ready to swallow.
That sounds dangerous, and not him. You're confused.
I did have the joy of if he tried to use a potion inside the dodecahedron, it just healed the dodecahedron.
Geráck benefited from his implacable ability to roll saves at the start of his turn. Twice he was confused.
Yeah, that is very fucking useful.
And I'll tell you, if you threw a hand at Jasmine,
She would have been pissed, yeah.
she's already in a bad enough mood because she's not in fun.
Like, why did I fucking... Wow, this is a stupid idea.
So, 1 second. Pause at
Crazy
character sheet.
dwarves everywhere.
Newport homicide investigator. I think I'm going back to that job.
It's like, I didn't have it bad, come to think of it.
Nope.
And whenever Geráck breaks the news, why don't we just... My helmet says we should try Creo. Isn't that right, Terrain? We could have just gone fuck.
Well,
What?
fuck, we're stupid.
Oh, shit. I know,
Can't argue that.
I don't like to think you guys are stupid. I thought you were just making a different choice.
No, that's what my character said.
Yeah, no. Like, the choice was to fucking follow Manaki wherever he goes. Isn't that right, Trey? Tell him to stop following Manaki.
God damn, Manaki.
I mean, in this particular situation, at least for me, it was... I really didn't want to disagree with a plan that would decripple a character.
But he's not crippled. He lost a spell slot and he lost a spell. He still flung around plenty of power, as you guys saw.
Yeah. He's not as
I
powered
think when you were gone earlier, Grimith, Manaki said something along the lines, it would help us more if Dwohurim just died and I made a new character. Something along those lines.
That's typical, like, hyperbole Manaki. I refuse to... It's silly.
Yeah, better dead than crippled, he said.
Damn defeatist attitude. What is this?
Yeah, I can't hear that as anything other than just typical
Yeah,
Manaki
it
hyperbole.
probably was. It probably was.
Just typical make sheep feel bad hyperbole.
I just didn't feel comfortable opposing his opinion in this case because I couldn't have said, no, we have to continue with the story and ignore your character forever. Which, I mean, I don't know. Probably should have because it,
No.
Oh.
I just figured that, like whenever that argument was made, I figured like, well, maybe like Aurelia and Geráck care something about Jasmine just fucking joined the party. She's got to care more about something else, right? That's why I thought we wouldn't go to the Underdark. I thought the rest of the group would say, no, There's no guarantee we'll find these things down here.
It might have. It might have
after
been.
getting more information, I definitely wanted to say no, but then it was a bit too late.
It might have actually been one of Mandakai's attempts to actually get us to be more proactive by suggesting something that was really stupid in retrospect. But I'm just naive enough to think that any player who suggests something is probably suggesting that for a good reason.
Well, I'm sure he was just suggesting what his character wants, which was to reclaim his powers. His lost power. And, well, he's in the same situation. He has a different spell lost instead. He's got his Force Salvo back and he lost Denial. The only difference here, other than like the monetary expenditure, would be that Geráck is now missing a heal. But now his helmet has suggested a possibility to fix that problem. That doesn't involve the Underdark.
Yeah.
It's certainly not the helmet's fault. It's like, I just fucking thought of it.
Oh, no, I'm not blaming I'm not blaming the helmet, I'm blaming my memory.
Helmet's just trying to help.
I appreciate that helmet.
Yeah.
My only friend.
You know, it is an heirloom of your family and it's trying to help you.
Yeah. It's a good thing, too.
Yep. Okay, well, those are the questions that I have to ask. Are there any questions you have for me, or comments that weren't otherwise addressed?
Okay, I was on mute. Great.
Good hustle.
Good job me. Good job me. Just since it hasn't been mentioned, I'm just going to assume no relationship dice to be rolled.
You would certainly get those, yes.
Alright.
You can go ahead and roll those now.
Oh, I disconnected already.
I mean, I still have that 5-6
ago.
just floating. I still have that 5-6 floating around. Oh, that 3-6
You
floating
folks
around.
still
So.
do have, like Sheep never used any of his, and you never used yours, Dark, and Gryph never used his.
2 6s.
Oh god.
Of course, you won't be able to justify these things perhaps as easily as you otherwise would, so you'll have to spend some time thinking about, maybe it's some prep work that you guys did before you left, maybe it's some hidden information that you've just forgotten about until now.
The cleric is waiting on the other side of the acid river. Did you find my sword?
And he brought a boat.
Oh good, I have a second 3-6 in there.
Archmage 5. Alright.
So I now have 2 3-6s to think up for.
Good.
Wow.
Right.
Actually, I do have at least a idea how I could use that. Just write that down.
You misspelled negative, Dark.
Did I? Yes, I did. 1 second.
Just thought I'd point that out, buddy.
Thank you.
Sad days.
Anything else? Okay then. Sounds
Sleepy
like
time.
sounds like you folks all got your heads on straight. You should definitely decide where you would like to go whenever you leave the Bitter Meadow Caverns, because that's probably got a thing that happens. Yeah. Excuse me, let me try talking. You're probably going to exit the Bitter Meadow Caverns next session, so you should decide where you'd like to go next. It would be useful.
Probably Creel.
And then along with any other ideas for things that you guys might want to do. Well, make your cases. And the moral of the story is that don't go into the Underdark.
Yeah.
It's bad there.
And remember information.
I can only show you the way.
You cannot make us listen.
Right, you must walk through the door. I do not wish to take away your player agency.
It is very much. I think it's very much. You can lead the horse to water, but you cannot make it drink.
right? And that's when you're screaming at me, take away my agency! Take away my agency!
But then later he's saying, why don't we have enough player agency? You know.
Why are you letting me make choices? What is this railroad? It's like I'm back in the Wildwood.
Oh god.
Then you realize you are back in the Wildwood. You've been asleep all this time.
Oh, damn it.
I mean, didn't you say the Wildwood is like right over there?
Yes, you're pretty much neighboring it.
Foggy's dreamed that he died and became a dwarf paladin.
Yes. It's pretty much the morning of you
that's
guys
weird.
setting on the road to like transport that wagon across the Wildwood.
God damn it.
You know, you can have like any advance back. I don't know if I want to do this.
Leon's like, so I died, I became that.
Right?
Thomas is like, so I left the group and then somehow pretended that,
And then they all decide to never head out on the adventure. Nothing of this ever happens. The end.
Good adventure, everyone. It was all a dream.
A few years later, the world dies in a maelstrom of dragons and chaos.
This was just the grandest premonition ever by the Great Gold Worm of what could be. To show you the way. And then just imagine, like, having all of this knowledge, you guys just, like, redo, like, the campaign. You go into Foghaven, you die, and you die.
Oh, god.
Alright, let's move out.
Right. Next thing on my checklist is we need to kill you, and kill you.
Go to, like, Newport and, like, ambush Zeke Mathis.
You are no longer
It
part
would
of
be
the
a bit
Black
too
Fang.
powerful, I feel.
He would definitely be far more powerful than you guys. But, I mean, what the hell, right?
I mean, think of all the extra experience we'd get for like defeating
Also-
NPCs we couldn't.
Also, a funny thing, we did not want to fight the wedding planner, but we did fight the fucking huge purple worm instead. I feel that the purple worm was a bit more dangerous.
Well, we didn't really fight him, though, did we?
We left.
We,
well,
we
no.
ran away the first time, and the second time we
Run
just
away.
kind of got ambushed.
Yeah, I guess, but we did decide that we were going to fight him, and then Geráck critted twice.
We didn't decide we were going to fight him.
We didn't?
No.
No.
We figured we might as well until we take a campaign loss.
Ah,
But
right.
the thing is, we couldn't choose to take a campaign loss until it was the PC's turn.
Until it was the
Sure,
PC's
sure.
turn, yes.
It just sounded like we were going to try to fight him, but yeah.
I mean, she was like...
I mean, the only reason I said before not to follow him was not because he might be more powerful than us, it's because we got down on an escort quest.
Yep.
Like, don't jeopardize the mission. It's more an in-character thing, but you know.
But Goger thinks that she's working for the Black Fang anyway, so it wouldn't have been jeopardizing the mission.
Exactly.
What if this was all a giant ruse? What if the
Well,
real
maybe-
Renee has been replaced with the doppelganger Renee?
But that's why we walk up to that. Well, she's healed up now. We have the Glove of Revelation.
But the time to hit her then would have been at the wedding.
That would have been rude.
Bless the marriage with a slap to the face.
I mean, if you're gonna hit her anyway, it might as well be before, like, she kills Evrat Lavelle, right?
Yep.
Just say it's a dwarven custom to beat the future wife once.
And then you just hit her really hard on the shoulder, and then...
What the
Oh, you
fuck?
can really hold your own alcohol, right? Wham!
That, oh god.
Who in the party has the lowest strength score?
Dwohurim at 11.
And Dwohurim should probably be the one to do it.
Oh,
He's the
God.
one with the Gauntlet of Revelation. I mean, that's what I figure, like, if you guys are gonna do it, why didn't you just do it at the damn wedding? Or whenever you, like, rescued her and, like, gave her the healing potion and shit.
Because
Fuck
she
me.
still might have legitimately just fallen over.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys can choose to be lethal and non-lethal. You knock her unconscious, and then you make her forget.
Just drag her.
We make her forget.
Yes, you make
How?
her forget. Well, I'm sure there's a spell out there somewhere to make you forget.
Yeah, we did get those ritual components.
Yeah, they should be.
She hits her head so hard that she forgets what happened in the last 5 minutes and say, "Oh, you fell." Oh, this is terrible.
Yeah, we just need to
And you have
find a level 10 occultist. who has the level 9 spell that just rewinds the last 5
Honestly,
minutes of RP time.
Like, the actual item itself actually has a suggested adventure path idea around it. Or not adventure path, but like an adventure hook, where, like, you guys have gone to, like, this cool, awesome conference, like, of, like, nobility in, like, a tavern, and due to, like, either, like, warnings from, like, the Great Gold Worm, like the High Druid, be the Great Gold Worm because it's a Great Gold Worm item, you've learned that there's, like, a shape changer there, out of, like, a dozen or 2 dozen nobles, and you don't know who. How do you go about trying to justify being able to hit these various nobles with the Gauntlet of Revelation before the shape changer strikes? Who could it be? It's a murder mystery, or...
Or we just lock the door, tell them to line up, and shut up because fucking nobles. And then you slap all of them.
Excuse me.
You know, at our level, that would work. At level 1, maybe not.
I mean, even at this level, I don't know if it works.
And then
You want
just
to tell Arthur Tristan, the Imperial Governor, to just take it?
We leave him for last.
I mean, he's probably not it.
Yeah. We are strategically
Probably.
place him at the end of the line.
It's like 2 months later. Well, I mean, haven't seen anyone else yet, so it's gotta be you, Arthur. What? Yep.
Don't even need to make sure, just die now.
And to end this lockdown, we put with our triple Emperor dice, we hit the Imperial Governor.
And then at the end, it turns out that it was one of the PCs all along.
Well, shit.
Sheep's actually silly.
It
Surprise.
that would actually make the most logical sense. I mean, she basically murdered Leon.
I can't even disagree with that.
And the best way to disguise as not the member of the Black Fang is to say you're actually an ex-member of the Black Fang, right? Right?
That seems like one of those hiding in plain sight things, like Ezekiel and Zeke Mathis, right?
Exactly.
Oh, god damn it.
It makes perfect sense with everything that's happened.
Aurelia, Auxilia, it's basically the same name.
Exactly. You're not helping
People
me.
have even gotten them confused. It's like Tempus and Teraptus.
Like,
I
sheep,
am.
you're not actually helping
Lord
yourself.
Or maybe I am helping myself by making it so blatantly obvious that it can't be the case.
Like, for all we know, your one unique thing is I'm Auxilia.
I'm Batman.
That would be an oddly chosen unique thing. My unique thing is that I am the free. That's it.
Sheep
I am
and his
all of
character
them.
sheet, I look at it like, no. And
I am, in fact, 3 tiny dragons stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
So how does this work?
How does this work?
I mean, that's secret.
Well, you have to tell God.
Magic. A
They are
wizard did
very,
it.
Wizard.
they are very misshapen dragons.
Well,
Yeah.
clearly what's happened is with Dwohurim's special powers of doing his shapering on living creatures, he made a mistake. They're stuck together.
Yes, well, alright then. Next session will begin with you folks reaching the River of Scalding Acid again. No full heal up, and I assure you, you will not get one. Unless you, like, go back down to the Underdark, like, oh, let's put off the Scalding River Hot Acid until, like, next week.
God
Come
damn
back,
it.
there's gotta be something else I can fight down here to get a full heal up, right, guys?
We could fight
We
the
have-
purple worm.
Yeah, exactly. We have found a worm.
I mean, if you guys fought that and defeated it and the mobs, I mean, I think that would warrant a full heal up.
Yeah. It's not gonna happen though, is it?
So, Dwohurim,
have
you have
2
plenty of
recoveries
spells
left.
left, right? Oh.
Dwohurim has Crescendo and Magic Missile left, and then, like, a Levitate.
I mean, that's all he needs, right? He just,
Yeah.
just levitate. Oh wait, he can't do another creature. Just levitate the worm, otherwise into the.
Dwohurim would need many, many turns to kill the purple worm with Magic Missile.
Yeah. I also spent my big time thing, which is.
But you're saying it could be done.
I
Oh.
mean, if you could keep Dwohurim alive for long enough.
I think this is pretty much a situation of if it has hit points, it can be killed.
Sure, but
I mean, why would it have a stat block unless you could defeat it, right?
we don't have a load option.
The grinder worm certainly has a stat block, so that means you could defeat it.
Eventually.
You don't have a load option. Damn. You're right, I have a load
If we
option.
did, we were gonna fight everything.
Is there a quick save button?
Not as far as Java's concerned.
Could I have that as a one unique thing? I could load the game.
Guys, I've seen the future. It sucks. Let's not go down there. Let's go to Creel.
We have made this joke so many times.
It's actually a half joke. You're secretly desperate. Know that it exists.
Yes.
Okay, then. We are, we're done then, unless there is something else for me or for each other.
I hope you've been enjoying our failing shenanigans.
Well, I mean, the Underdark wasn't on my agenda, it was on yours, and so it happened.
It certainly happened.
I feel quite silly.
As noted, I had no plans to go to the Underdark until it was decided after last session. So it was a discovery for me too.
Yep.
You ask us if we're enjoying this. You're the DM. You get to enjoy the session as well.
I mean, sure, why not? Yeah, that was fun. I liked the part where we went into the Underdark and
we ran away from a worm twice. I almost got eaten. I got fell in a pit of massive.
And Goger could like slowly nod, like, "Hey, yeah, I was told about all these things."
Yep.
Shit.
And I did mention all those things to the other members.
That's right. You did mention. I did enjoy the part where you guys had this beautiful like oil that you could pour all over your bodies that could make it so that the gelatinous gelahedrons could not engulf you.
And we just didn't.
I mean, it was said it would last for a week, I think, and
Yes,
the plan was to stay for like 2 weeks, and we weren't even in the Underdark proper, I think. That's why
So
we didn't use it.
Yeah, that kind of was my logic as well behind it.
Sure. I was just took a while. And yes, if you guys had used that before then no, Geráck would not have been engulfed at all because they would have spit him right back up.
I love the image of a dwarf paladin just like stuck upside down in a jelly.
You love that image?
They love the image of your character in pain.
Hey,
They want to see him suffer.
they got to see my character to get fall into a pool of acid, and then get eaten.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't end too badly.
Could have gone worse. Dwohurim could have rolled a 19 instead of a 20.
Yep.
Hopefully that'll never happen again.
Well, I'm going to head off.
Yes.
I'll talk to you
Goodbye,
guys
everyone.
some